Hey guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be making muesli bars or nut bars. So what I did first is I put in 11 cups of ingredients. That includes the oats. So I put in 8 cups of oats because that's how much oats I had. 3 cups of any nuts or other ingredients that I showed you guys at the start. So this includes almond, walnuts, chestnuts, dried strawberries, dates, and sultanas. Now I use this ratio of 8 cups of filling, basically, to 2 cups of honey. So I've done it like this so all the ingredients will stick and there won't be any bits falling apart, and it'll actually turn and form into a proper bar. If you do this ratio differently, it might not all stick together because there won't be enough honey to how much dry ingredients you have, and then it just won't turn out. So here I've just shown you me measuring out the oats, and then I'm going to add in all the different nuts and dried ingredients. So I recommend cutting them up into small pieces just so it spreads that flavour throughout all the nuts. I kind of rushed when I did this video, so I didn't cut them all really small, but I do recommend it. So as you guys can see, I'm just measuring out half a cup of all the different nuts I mentioned at the start of the video, and then I just mix them in. As usual guys, I will put the ingredients and method below and any other links to anything I've used so you guys can have it. Now we're going to measure out 2 cups of honey and we're going to put it over the stove. I've got it on high heat. Now you will turn it down once it starts to bubble a lot because you don't want it to go really brown in colour. You want it to get a bit of a golden colour because right now it's quite light. You guys will see the difference once I show you on the stove. So I'm just adding the 2 cups to the pot and I will wait until it starts bubbling and creates these white bubbles on top. And during these 5 minutes, try to stir it at least 10 times. You know, every now and then keep stirring it so it doesn't stick and it doesn't burn. So once you've got these bubbles, you want to keep allowing it to keep bubbling for another 5 minutes. It could take even up to 10 minutes. It really depends on what honey you're using and what quantity you're using, and also if it was preheated the pot beforehand or not. But I just like to look at it by eye and to see when it gets to that point just before it starts going brown, because you don't want to burn it either. You can burn honey. When you burn honey, it goes a different color and it will change the flavor a bit. Not that it won't be nice, it's just obviously you don't want to burn it. So you're going to be very careful. You want it just to get a bit thicker, and then you know you can start adding in the other ingredients. So I just slowly added in the ingredients, and once I got enough in the pot, then I just turned the whole container and I just put it all in. And I will keep mixing this now until you see these fine hairs when you lift the spoon off the batter, and that is the honey that will start sticking and will start creating like a fine hair, and that's when you know that it's ready. You can also tell when the weight of the batter becomes much heavier than it was when you first started, because right now it's still quite light and it's quite easy to mix, but once it starts becoming firm, the honey, and it starts setting and you know that it's close to being ready, it will become quite heavy in your arm. Your arm should hurt. My arms were hurting after making this, but it's so worth it. And if you can't do it because you are getting tired, turn down the heat and do it slower. I did turn down the heat. I put on 10. I had it on 12 before because I was a bit worried about the honey. It did start getting a bit on that over brown color. That's why I turned it down. And now I'm just going to keep mixing it. And you want to spread the honey through all the ingredients. You don't want any patches that are dry. You want it to go through everything so it starts sticking better, and you won't have any dry patches which will just fall out of the bar. So you just keep mixing it until you see those fine hairs and the batter gets heavier. So here you guys can see that my hands were getting a bit tired, and you can see me picking the spoon off the batter, and it started having resistance. It started sticking more. And that's when I saw those fine hairs, so I knew that this batter was ready. So I just mixed it a bit more, checked again for the fine hairs, and then I realized it's time to take it off. So I took quite a few videos of me trying to show you guys the fine hairs that come off. So this is another one which you guys can see I'm mixing it and then I'm pressing it down, and you guys can see that there is fine hairs coming off. I hope it shows in the video. So once it's ready, you're going to get out a tray or two, depending on how big your trays are. You're going to put the batter onto them, then you're going to flatten it out with the spoon, then you're going to put a sheet of baking paper on top, get a heavy roller. You can also have a wood one, but I just got a heavier one, which was made of stone, because that really helped when I was pressing it down not to have to put as much weight and pressure into it to get it flat. So that is what I'm showing you guys right now. I'm just removing it, trying to get all the pieces out of the pot because I don't want to waste any. And then I'm going to be flattening it with my spoon, slowly getting into all the corners to make sure it's all even so it'll look better and it'll be easier later on to cut it. So don't be worried, depending on your tray size, if there is any excess, just remove it because it'll make it easier when you're rolling it so you're not pushing any on the table and wasting it. And then you can just do the same on the smaller piece. You can put it in a smaller tray and you can roll it out and then cut them into pieces as well. Now there were two ingredients that I wish I put in, but I didn't have them on hand, or I didn't have enough of it. So one is cinnamon. I recommend putting that in. I've just put that on top now and it tasted amazing. And the other one is coconut flakes. Now those are two ingredients I did not put into it, but I put one on top. And the other one I went to the store and bought it straight after so I can make my next batch. And now as you guys can see, I'm trying to cut the batter. It is falling apart a bit, so you've got to wait. Now I recommend waiting about 2 minutes in between each trial that you have. So try and cut it. If it moves and jiggles too much and it's falling apart, wait another minute or two. Try it again. Go do another job, come back and try and do it again. Do not leave it though for like a whole hour because then it'll come really hard and you won't be able to cut it. But I just left it, came back, I think twice. And then when I went to pull it out, it was completely fine. And I cut it into whatever shape I wanted, which for me, I wanted to just do like small cubed squares. But you can also do it as cereal bars, like a muesli bar. So you can cut it bigger so your kids can take it to school. Or you can do anything else for a picnic. You can even cut it how we cut the pastelli, how it was in those nice, more triangular shapes. But you guys can get creative here and cut it however you like. So guys, that's it. This was a really simple and easy recipe. It was very similar to the pastelli. If you guys like this recipe, I'll put the link down for the pastelli I made, which is a similar thing, but it was with sesame seeds. So it's such a good recipe, so you guys have to check it out. This just tasted amazing. I gave it out to a few of my friends. They tried it and they really liked it. So I hope you guys liked it as well, and I hope you guys give it a go. See you guys in the next video. Bye!